with manifesting your health, right? There's so many coaches out there and they're all talking about manifesting. And I don't know, I feel like they're a little bit wary or worried about talking about health. Sometimes they do. And I used to think that there was a problem with me because I couldn't manifest my health, right? And that isn't true. It's just that there are so many other aspects that I wasn't looking at. Because manifestation and training your brain into a new version of you that doesn't have the disease isn't the full picture. There are other aspects to look at. When we think about healing in the body, and I'm talking about lots of healing, right? I mean, when people talk about healing, they're sort of speaking really generally, but I'm talking about physical health and mental health as well. You know, I have a lot of people who come with me with depression, ADHD, anxiety, lots of different things. So that's the sort of health and healing I'm talking about. So when you're doing this, right, and you want to reprogram your neural pathways into a new version of you, that is bloody great. That is like groundwork for getting where you want to go. But then you have to look at the emotional aspects and the physical aspects and the spiritual. And the spiritual leads into the energetic as well, right? How's your energy body doing? What's going on for you emotionally, or that you've repressed all those years ago? Perhaps, I'm not going to give you this belief because it's not true for everyone, perhaps you have past lives that need to be looked at as well, that may be causing issues for you now. And there are so many prongs of those aspects, right? What supplements are you taking? Should you even be on a protocol? Have you done all your detoxing? Do you need to do something else? The body is, by the way, a natural detoxification system. That's what it is. That's what it's supposed to do. So if something is blocking that, it can even be an emotional block that's stopping your detoxing. Yeah, we're a little bit obsessed with blocks, aren't we? But anyway, the key is, right, to not do so many things if it feels like it's not helping you. It feels like it's hurting you. If it feels like this is such a slog and I have to fit in like 10,000 things today. There was a time in my life I would get up at 4, I would meditate for 4 hours, then I would make my celery juice, and then I would do my yoga, and I'd sit at my desk and work all day. And I didn't leave the house at that time, and that was like lockdown times, but yeah, I felt like I have to do all these things. And there was more meditation, more yoga throughout the day, because it was like, I have to do all this because otherwise my healing's not going to happen. And I was eating raw vegan. And you know, these things seem like, oh, these are the pinnacle of health, right? No. What about if you're miserable doing them all? What about if you're not going out and seeing friends? What about if you've got no community? What about if you are so anxiety ridden because you can't eat so many foods and you feel terrible when you put one crisp in your mouth? How does that make you feel? What is that really leading to? Because that is really the problem, right? That's what we really need to look at. So this is what I mean by there are so many aspects. Don't gaslight yourself into thinking that you're not doing it right, or that you're following this path and it's not working. If something is not working, if you've given it a good old try, and I'm saying like 2 years maybe doing something and it's not working, you try something else. The definition of madness is doing the same thing again and again and again and thinking that you're going to get a different result. You're not. Okay? You're just not. Try something else. But don't try all the things at once. Don't overwhelm yourself. Your nervous system already needs calming down. It doesn't need to have you doing 100 different things where you're telling it like, this is calming my nervous system down. It's not. It's already in chronic fight or flight. You know what that is already. I don't need to tell you. You have all the information, you've done a lot. I'm not saying, right, that you have all the answers inside of you. We all have blind spots and we need someone to help us to see them.